Hey y'all, welcome back to the Laid-Back Homestead. I'm Crystal, and today is a very exciting day for me. We are going to be upgrading my DWC buckets back there. If you're new to my channel, my whole purpose really is to grow as much food as possible for my family in the space that I have. And due to challenges like bacterial wilt, I'm kind of forced to be creative with how I do this, accomplish this goal. And hydroponics is one of the many avenues that I have explored over the years. And I have kind of fallen in love with it to the point now where I'm hoping to expand into aquaponics on our homestead property down the road. But my Dutch bucket system is by far my favorite system. I was gifted the DWC bucket, which, if you are unfamiliar with that, it's deep water culture. And I didn't love it as much. And so at the end of the season, I kind of ripped everything out of those buckets and was like, we need to go to the drawing board to come up with a solution to make this better. And we've done it. And I'm going to show you that build or modifications. But I want to show you what's kind of wrong with it first. So this is my 4 deep water culture buckets. It's a little windy out here today. And the problem that I ran into with the system itself works as it was intended, but as the plants get big and mature, it becomes really hard to keep their reservoirs filled. I found that, with a bucket this size, you have about 3-gallon reservoir, maybe 2. I think it's closer to 3 gallons though. And that requires almost a daily top up of nutrient solutions. So one of the very first solutions I came up with to make my life easier was to basically set up a large reservoir. This is just an old storage tote that had Christmas decorations in it. This way I could keep 20 gallons of solution at a time and just come out with my 1-gallon scoop and fill up the buckets. However, as I had mentioned, as the plants got big, it became really hard to keep those buckets filled. So today we are going to modify these buckets so that we have a better growing system. And by that, I mean essentially a funnel and some pipe. So the materials that we're going to use for this build is a PVC pipe cutter. The funnel is really only going to be used when we are filling the buckets. You need a 1/2 inch lock nut and a 1/2 inch PVC threaded coupler. For the fill tubes, we're going to be using a 1/2 inch PVC electrical conduit, and to drill, looks like a 13/16 drill bit, and that's all you need. So we'll get started. So first we're going to cut the pipe into 18-inch sections. You can really have these as tall as you want. I decided on 18 inches. I am on the shorter side and I don't want to be lifting nutrient solution up over my head. So for me, 18 inches is the perfect height. And we'll do that 4 times since I have 4 buckets. And now that we have all of that cut, we can start drilling our holes. All right, I've decided to put them in the front. You can hear it running in the background. Okay, put that in. And we're just going to screw that on. Yeah, just like that. Now that we have our coupler attached with our lock nut, we just need to go ahead and put our pipe in. Just push it down. And our funnel will be ready to fill. That's it. We're just going to repeat that process 3 more times. So here we have our completed upgrade. This is, the perfect height for me, and it won't matter how big anything that I grow gets in here. I won't be impeded and unable to stay on top of filling my buckets. So all that's left is for me to figure out what I want to plant out in here, which I am still on the fence about. I'm not sure if I want to do tomatoes or if I want to stick with brassicas or Brussels sprouts. I don't know. If you have any ideas or suggestions or things you want to see if I can grow in these DWC buckets, let me know down below. So just a short video to show a really basic, easy upgrade to that system. It was like less than $20, and I think it's going to make my life significantly easier. So I am really looking forward to growing back in the DWC system. So that's really exciting. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you're into gardening and homesteading content, I encourage you to subscribe. And until next time, stay blessed.